stuck on the highway after yesterday's snowstorm caused several accidents with cars and tractor trailers. Crews are on the scene trying to rescue those drivers right now, many of them spending the night in their cars. Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes found guilty of multiple counts of fraud and conspiracy for misleading investors in her blood testing technology company. The jury deadlocked on several other counts and found her not guilty on others.
This was a multi-month trial that I think the level of conscientiousness on the part of this jury is reflected by how long they were out.
Josh Dubin, an attorney and jury selection expert, Holmes faces up to 20 years in prison. ABC News learning former President Trump's eldest son and daughter are now joining Trump in refusing to cooperate with a subpoena from New York Attorney General. The AG is conducting a civil investigation into the way the family's real estate business valued its holdings. Letitia James is looking into whether the family manipulated their finances for tax purposes and to secure loans. The former president and his company have denied wrongdoing, calling the investigation political. A secret settlement between convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and one of his accusers has been revealed just hours before a critical hearing involving Britain's Prince Andrew.
Virginia Giuffre claims she was one of Epstein's sex trafficking victims. Now she's suing Andrew, accusing the royal of having sex with her on several occasions, beginning when she was 17, which the prince denies. On Monday, a judge released unsealed documents showing Giuffre agreed to end a previous lawsuit against Epstein, settling for $500,000. And agreeing she would not sue anyone who could be identified as a potential defendant in the case.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert. AT&T and Verizon delaying the rollout of 5G wireless service for 2 weeks instead of launching tomorrow over safety concerns about interference with planes. You're listening to ABC News.
You know, if you feel like you're stuck with a healthcare plan that isn't affordable or you simply don't like it, right now is a great time to switch to MediShare. The typical family saves $500 or more per month with MediShare, and what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the customer satisfaction rate when compared to health insurance. Double. You get access to a massive network of providers and 24/7 telehealth. And MediShare is the most trusted name in healthcare sharing. It's been around for more than 25 years. And it's more than just affordable health care, too. You get to be part of a community of Christians who pray for each other and support each other. But here's why now is the time to make the switch. Join before January 15th, and they'll waive your new member fee. So you'll save another $170 right off the bat. Call now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is January 15th, so you can save even more. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
Investigators hunting for the cause of a destructive Colorado wildfire say they're narrowing down the search area. Tom Wade is one of the people who lost their homes in Boulder County and returned to the spot where it once stood.
I went and put an American flag up at my place, and, you know, we had one up in front of the house every day for 30 years.
1,000 homes and buildings have been destroyed. A drone attack on a base housing U.S. troops in western Iraq foiled. 2 drones carrying explosives were shot out of the sky near an airbase in Anbar province. It was the second attack of its type on the 2-year anniversary of a U.S. strike that killed a top Iranian general. And if you're still rocking an old-school BlackBerry, you have to upgrade now. ABC's Will Gans explains.
As of today, BlackBerry devices running on the company's legacy operating systems and software will no longer work, going the way of floppy disks and Game Boys and DVD players, joining the graveyard of tech gone too soon. BlackBerry devices using the BlackBerry 7.1 operating system and earlier BlackBerry 10 software won't function anymore for data, text messaging, and phone calls, including to 911. The change going into effect today, January 4th.
Newer BlackBerry devices that run the Android operating system are not affected by the final shutdown of the BlackBerry device service. This is ABC News.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with a Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
I'm Derek Dennis, ABC News.
The reasons more and more people are coming to NC Tractor to do business are the selection of Massey Ferguson tractors, Bobcat zero-turn mowers, fantastic customer service, and the special Phil Sheehan seasonal discounts. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue in Rutherford is making dreams come true for folks who want their list.
A few slick spots will be possible from all the moisture that we saw yesterday. We are going to see highs by the afternoon heading to the low to mid 40s with a lot of sunshine. Overnight temperatures will dip into the mid 40s and lower 30s. A few sprinkles will develop, especially across our eastern counties. We are going to see dry conditions tomorrow, highs in the lower 50s and lower 60s. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
That cold wind will be with us for the next few days here in the foothills. Right now we're at 27, and we can expect to get up today around 44, but that wind chill value as low as 26 today. So wrap up good. Make sure the kiddos are wrapped up good as we face this cold winter wind. 6 minutes after 7 o'clock, I have these death announcements. Martha Billingsley, 82, of Ellenboro, died Monday. Those arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home for Martha Billingsley. Joyce Waters McFarland, 94, of the Hopewell community, died Wednesday, December 29th. Arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service for Joyce Waters McFarland. Carol Pate, arrangements incomplete at this time and will be announced by McMahon's Funeral Home and Cremation Service. Jason Dean Van Dyke, 44, of Bostic, died Saturday, December 25th. Those arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service. Mayor Francis Ellis Bivens, age 78, formerly of Svendale, passed away Sunday, January the 2nd at Bryan Center, Hickory East. A celebration of life will be held 3 o'clock Wednesday, January the 5th at Eternal Hills Memorial Park. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Mayor Francis Ellis Bivens. George Charles Yelton, age 80, passed away Friday, December 31st at Colonial Manor. A memorial service will be held 3 p.m. today at Crow's Funeral Chapel. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of George Charles Yelton. Christine Mace Epley, age 72, of Forest City, passed away Friday, December 31st at her residence. A graveside service will be conducted at 2 o'clock Wednesday, January the 5th at the Robertson Creek Free Will Baptist Church Cemetery. The family will receive friends from 6 until 8 on Tuesday tonight at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral Home, serving the family of Christine Mace Epley. Joyce Tate Cosner, age 96, of Raleigh, passed away January the 1st at her home. The funeral service will be conducted at 11:30 Thursday, January the 4th, that is today, January the 4th, at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in the Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. Family will receive friends 11 a.m. prior to the service time at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral Home, serving the family of Joyce Tate Cosner. Larry Brown, age 70, of Forest City, passed away December 17th at Atrium Health, Cabarrus. A memorial mass will be held at Immaculate Conception Roman Catholic Church at 12 noon Saturday, January the 8th. And the family will continue to celebrate the life of Larry with a second service in the chapel of the Pageant and King Mortuary at 1:30 on Saturday, January the 8th. The Pageant and King Mortuary and Crematory in charge of the arrangements for Larry Brown. Patsy Ann Tunnell Folk, age 82, of Shelby, passed away of natural causes January the 1st. The family will receive visitors from 1:30 to 2:45 in the Fellowship Hall. An interactive celebration of life will be held on Saturday, January the 8th at Lily Memorial Baptist Church in Shelby. The family asks that masks be worn while inside out of respect for everyone's health and safety. Social distancing protocols will be followed, and the family will receive visitors from 1:30 to 2:45 in the Fellowship Hall, with the service following at 3 o'clock in the sanctuary. There will be limited indoor seating with FM radio broadcast in the parking lot. The service available online at the service at the church. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service entrusted with those arrangements for Patsy and Tonell Folk. Jody Carolyn Harriman passed away December 23rd. A private ceremony for her family will be held. An additional ceremony for Jody's many loved ones will be held at a later date. And Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service serving the family of Jody Carolyn Harriman. Sarah Dunham Duster passed away on December 22nd at the age of 92 in Forest City. A memorial service is being planned for the spring, and Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Sarah Dunham Duster. Daniel L. Geddes, 75, of Forest City, died Friday at his home. No formal services are planned for Mr. Geddes, and the Pageant and King Mortuary and Crematory is serving the family of Danny L. Geddes. Lawrence Wayne Strader, age 68, passed away Saturday, January the 1st, at his residence. A family gathering will be held on a date to be announced later by Harrelson Funeral Home for Lawrence Wayne Strader.
Donald Trump holding a press conference on Thursday, the one-year anniversary of the January 6th Capitol riot. Now, this is fraught with danger for Mr. Trump and the Republican Party, because it might very well help Joe Biden, who is foundering in the White House. If Donald Trump says anything remotely controversial about the January 6th riot, the press will veer away from any coverage of President Biden for 2 months at least and continue to hammer Mr. Trump. If the former president goes back to the election, which he believes was a fraud, again, that will help Joe Biden. So here's what Donald Trump should say if indeed he holds a press conference, which I think he will. Number one, that never again should Americans attack the Capitol of the United States, and that's pretty obvious. Never again. That he did not instigate the attack because in the Trump O'Reilly history tour, he put out that he asked for 10,000 National Guard a day before, which is true. And I think that Donald Trump should acknowledge a mistake he made last January 6th. He did not act fast enough to tell his supporters to leave the Capitol grounds. Now this. Bill O'Reilly here for Lone Star Transfer. Many timeshare owners are very upset because their yearly dues have nearly doubled. Well, Lone Star will guarantee the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. For a free, no-obligation consultation, please call 855-551-7066 or online at LoneStarTransfer.com. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
This news update this morning, a North Carolina State Highway Patrol trooper was killed by his own brother in a collision during a traffic stop in Rutherford County Monday night. According to Sergeant Chris Knox with the North Carolina Highway Patrol, Trooper James N. Horton was heading to assist with the traffic stop conducted by his brother, Trooper John S. Horton, at approximately 8:58 p.m. in Mooresboro when the incident occurred. While nearing the scene of the traffic stop, James Horton lost control of his vehicle and slammed into his brother's patrol vehicle and then hit his brother and the driver, who had been stopped as they stood on the side of the road, according to Knox. The driver, who has not yet been identified, was pronounced dead at the scene. John Horton, a 50-year veteran assigned to Rutherford County, was taken to a hospital in Spartanburg, where he later died, according to Knox. James Horton was taken to the hospital for treatment of minor injuries and has since been released. That is on the hearts and minds of everybody around Rutherford County today, so please keep this family in your thoughts and prayers. It is a great distress and hurtful thing right now for the Horton family and those who knew and loved them. We'll have the sheriff's report coming up here in just a few moments.
As the story goes, in 1830, on a sea voyage to Singapore, Samuel Colt whittled out a wooden model of his revolving handgun. A year later, he applied for a patent. At this time, pistols were thought of as dueling weapons. The much more accurate rifle was preferred for long-distance shooting. For close-up self-defense, fighting men preferred knives. By 1836, Patterson's Colts were coming off the assembly line in Patterson, New Jersey. The Texas Rangers started using the Colt pistol, but they found it didn't hold up well when used as a club to hit someone on the head. So Samuel Colt made a heavier model and called it the Walker Colt after Texas Ranger Samuel Walker. But the demands for Colt pistols weren't great enough to keep his plant going, and in 1842 Samuel Colt went bankrupt. Giving up gun making, he started designing submarines. Then the war with Mexico broke out, and the U.S. government started looking for weaponry. And on January 4, 1847, the government placed an order with Samuel Colt for 1,000 of his 44 caliber revolvers. Now infused with capital, Colt developed a system of mass production and interchangeable parts, and Samuel Colt never looked back. From 1850 to 1860, he sold 170,000 small pocket revolvers and 98,000 larger belt revolvers, mostly to civilians. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Jesse James Railroad Express has added 2 new sandwiches to their menu. Try the all-new crispy chicken sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise, or the crispy deluxe with lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, bacon, and cheese. And now, the new beer-battered fish sandwich. All come with sides. Enjoy a refreshing milkshake or a hand-dipped ice cream cone. Open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Closed Wednesday and Sunday. Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue in Rutherford. Call 828-447-4644. Mondays only, hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions for only $1.24 each. All aboard the Jesse James Railroad Express.
16 minutes after 7 o'clock on this terrific Tuesday morning. We're going to the phone here to talk with our sheriff in just a moment, but one of our listeners texted me and said, please remind folks that there are icy spots on the road this morning due to the heavy frost and freeze last night, so please watch out for those. DOT has not gotten around to cleaning those roads yet, pipes and ditches, so please be aware of that and be cautious as you drive this morning. There may be some very slick spots on the highway. Now let's go to the phones, and Sheriff Chris Francis is on the phone with me right now to give us an update. Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning, Jim.
I hope you're feeling well this morning.
Little hurt this morning. Yeah. It's been a long night. It's one of the hardest nights of my career, in all honesty, sir.
Yep. But first, before we get into your report, tell us about the officer-involved shooting that occurred over the first couple of days.
Going back to New Year's, it's approximately 10:40 at night. Deputies responded to an address on Chase High Road. The first responding deputy on the scene made a command. There was someone at the door. He was trying to identify who was at the door. A female was seen opening up the door quickly. After that, you saw a male subject pointing the gun at the deputy. He responded quickly and neutralized that threat. Then immediately he and the other 2 deputies, or 3 deputies that were on the scene, started to give aid to Jeremy Auburn, who was the suspect who had pointed the gun at the deputy. Mr. Oliver was transported to Spartanburg Regional Hospital and underwent surgery on New Year's Eve or early New Year's Day morning. Still at the hospital, it's my understanding that we are praying for recovery for him and just that whole situation, especially for the deputy that was put in that hard situation. That was very difficult and something that he'll never be able to forget or get off his mind, I'm sure. We just want to lift both families up in prayer for during that difficult situation.
All our hearts this morning heavy over the death of Trooper Horton this morning. A very tragic thing that happened last night, and I know that's on your heart and your mind as well this morning.
I spent the entire night with the Horton family. Very difficult. It's definitely a family of faith. It's been an honor and privilege to work with those boys. They fine troopers and better men.
Highly respected.
They definitely are, sir. They definitely are.
Well, if you can, or if you feel like you can this morning,
I'll go ahead and go on with the report. In the last 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office responded to 138 calls to service. There have been 10 arrests processed in county jail. Currently incarcerated, we have 161. Donnell McMillan, 47-year-old male of Forest City, was charged with possession of firearm by felon, received $25,000 secured bond. Jason Troy Mothershead, 34-year-old male of Forest City, was charged with failure to appear and received a $500 unsecured bond. Taylor Christian Hill, 30-year-old male of Spindale, was charged with failure to appear and received a $3,000 secured bond. Christian Eugene Harden, 20-year-old male of Ellenboro, was charged with 4 counts of failure to appear and received a $3,500 secured bond. Justin Todd Humphreys, 32-year-old male of Ellenboro, was charged with possession of Schedule 3 and failure to appear and received a $1,000 secured bond. Travis Dale Parker, 40-year-old male of Union Mills, was charged with failure to appear and received a $2,500 secured bond. Lindsay Michelle Green, 31-year-old female of Ellenboro, was charged with 7 counts of failure to appear and received a $1,000 secured bond. Among our incidents, we had an illegal dumping at Bills Creek Convenience Center. Someone had left trash out over the holiday weekend outside the gate. We also had a larceny of debit and debit card fraud at Boykins Place in Forest City, where believed to be a relative has stole jewelry and also used the victim's debit card without authorization. We had a larceny on US 221 North where a Blink security camera valued at $90 was taken. And we had a larceny on Moss Road where medication was stolen from a mailbox. And, Jim, that's what we had to report in the last 24 hours.
well, I know you knew the Horton brothers better than I do, but our hearts, as well as all over the county, I've been getting messages this morning, are in offering up prayers to the family this morning during this difficult time for everybody. So I know we'll join you in consoling the family as well.
I appreciate that. That is an amazing, amazing family. I've known all 4 of the children for many years. Worked with the 3 boys as troopers, and they're a fine family. So please do that.
Sheriff, thank you very much for being with us today, and you have a safe day out there.
Yes, sir.
And we'll continue with our phone calls in just a moment. You know, nothing strikes fear in the hearts of people more than receiving an IRS audit letter in the mail. Audits take much time away from your business and family, requiring you to gather mounds of records, and can become overwhelming unless you have someone you can depend on to take care of that for you. That's why we can recommend IE Accounting and Tax Service. Chris and his team of professionals are in the business to help. Even if you depended on someone else to prepare your taxes, IE Accounting and Tax Service will be glad to assist you or your company. Don't hesitate to call. As a small business owner, you have more important things to do than keep your own books. Why not let IE Accounting and Tax Service take care of that for you, so you can get back to the job of running your business? Consider their payroll solutions for your business, cash flow management, litigation support, and forensic investigation. Why not give them a call and see what they can do for your business? Here's that phone number, 828-395-1777. They're at 211 West Main Street, Spindale. Again, that's 395-1777, and it's spelled ARYEE. And here's Jesse reporting from 911 Communications Center this morning. Jesse, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. What's on your report?
In the past 24 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 568 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 51 for EMS. Under law enforcement, we had 138 for the Sheriff's Office, 39 for Forest City, 7 for Lake Lure, 34 for Rutherford County, and 39 for Spindale. Under fire departments, 10-year-old responded to a fire alarm. Cliffside had a motor vehicle accident, assisted by Ellenboro. Ellenboro had a structure fire, assisted by Cliffside and City Mush, and SDO had a motor vehicle accident, assisted by City Mush, and that's all.
Thanks so much, Jesse. You have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too, bye-bye.
They would have a close contact with the Horton family over these years, too, with 911 Communications. So everybody's touched by the loss this morning. 7:24.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Now here's Ruby Taylor reporting from Danieltown with the SDO Fire District report. Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning.
What's on your report?
Well, the fire department had a vehicle accident, and on my birthday calendar, I've got Diane Smith having birthdays, and the signs are in the legs today and the feet tomorrow. Jim, I'd like to send my sympathy out to the Horton family. I've known them a long time.
Well, thank you, Ruby. You have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
To win in sports, you must adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Why not let Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, help you create a game plan for financial success? Call 828-287-9197 and get started today. That's Andrew Tisdale at Edward Jones Financial Advisor, 828-287-9197.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
Now we're checking up at Fairfield Mountains Fire District, and our spokesperson up there and the man who looks after things for us is Gary Wilson. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
A little chilly up here this morning.
Boy, it feels like wintertime for sure.
About 25 degrees.
And that wind doesn't make it any better, does it?
Maybe out the 40s, but a little better by Wednesday, and then back to more cold weather. So I guess we'll have to accept the fact winter finally got here.
Yep, we've been waiting on it, haven't we?
We have. Had one fire call in the last 24 hours, Sister Bill Street with a chimney fire, which was no damage from that, so that was good. And everything else is pretty quiet up here this morning, Jim.
All right, Gary, thank you very much for keeping your eye on things for us, and we'll check back in with you tomorrow.
All right, you have a good one.
Bye.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
In Leading Purpose, we recognize that some of our local businesses have struggled the last 2 years trying to make sure the dream they built for their company is not damaged. So many factors have been involved in keeping you from doing what you intended to do as a business owner and what you want to do, both for your employees and your community. Leading Purpose is a local small business that wants to walk with you on your journey to achieving greater abundance.
Thank you very much, Amanda. In case you are just waking up and have not heard the story, according to the North Carolina Highway Patrol, Trooper John S. Horton was hit at 8:58 p.m. last night by a responding trooper, Trooper James N. Horton, during a traffic stop at High Shoals Church Road and Goodge Grove Church Road. Highway Patrol said Trooper James Horton lost control of his vehicle upon approaching the traffic stop and hit the stationary patrol vehicle and subsequently struck Trooper John Horton and the detained driver who was standing along the roadside. Trooper John Horton, a 15-year veteran assigned to Rutherford County, was taken to the hospital where he died of his injuries. Colonel Freddie L. Johnson, Jr., commander of the State Highway Patrol, said our hearts are broken with the loss of our friend and our brother, Trooper John Horton. For all involved in this tragic event, the coming days will undoubtedly be difficult, but we're committed to stand alongside with them with our thoughts, prayers, and unwavering support. Trooper said the detained driver, who has yet to be identified, was pronounced deceased at the scene as well. Trooper James Horton was taken to the local hospital for minor injuries and has since been released. The two involved troopers are brothers. Now we're going over to Bostic, and we'll have DeVern Upton on the phone to give us a report from there. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I hope you're doing well today.
Well, it's 31 degrees over here in Bostic. Very cold morning. Everything's quiet. The fire department had no calls. And go out to Washburn's on this cold day and get you a good sandwich. And hope everybody stays safe today.
Well, Washburn's going to be closed for a few days for a much-needed rest. So they're exercising some vacation time. Will not be opening up until next week. So we do encourage
next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do encourage folks to patronize them all you can. They're good folks.
That's exactly right.
You have a great day over there, DeVern. Keep Bostic straight for us, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
7:31 here on this terrific Tuesday morning.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
And now we're going up to Hudlow Fire District. Bob Hodge is on the phone. Good morning, Bob.
Well, good cool Tuesday morning.
Welcome to wintertime, huh?
Oh, we're getting back to winter here, where it's supposed to be.
That's right.
But we missed that little snow yesterday, so we had a little sleet or something there for a little while, but we'll get one of these days. They'll slip up on us there.
We saw a few flakes falling during that time yesterday morning, and Lou and Tracy got all excited because they thought they saw some snowflakes.
Yeah, I bet she did there. I bet old Lou was doing the snow dance too there. So
she's about to get ready to do that.
That's right. Well, Jim, things are going along good up here so far this morning, and with the fire department, we answered one call to power line fire on Frog Creek Road, and then I want to say happy birthday to Patty Looky-Doo this morning. And also, my prayers goes out to the Horton family on that tragic situation last night. So, but that's sort of bad the way things happen there sometimes.
Yeah, it really is terrible. We never expect those kind of things to happen, particularly within a family like that, for sure.
No, that's right. And it'll be hard on his brother, too, I know.
Don't you know it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jim, that's about it up here, so you take care, and you'll have a good day over there.
Thanks, Bob. I appreciate you, too. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bob Hodge reporting out of Hudlow Fire District this morning. And our next game, looks like our next Tar Heel game is going to be Saturday. Let's see. Well, no, let's see. I believe we have one Wednesday night, or do we? They changed these schedules around so much because of COVID and TV schedules. That one may be still on, but it's a tip-off at 9 o'clock on Wednesday night. Then Saturday, right as of right now, UNC in Virginia will be playing, tip-off at 11:30. Every time we get to schedule in from the Tar Heels, 30 minutes later they'll send one, so it's been changed, so we're going to do this and change it to this, that, the other, so we don't know. But we'll just let you know as it comes. And we do have a few Tar Heel posters left. If you'd like to have one of those, please stop by. We'll be glad to share those with you this morning. And here's Sue Price now reporting from the Cherry Mountain Fire District on this Tuesday morning. Sue, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
Hope you're doing okay.
I'm doing good. Hope you are.
Yes, good. What's on your report?
Well, I didn't have any calls from the fire department. I don't have any birthdays or anniversaries on my church calendar. On my personal calendar, I got a birthday for Jackson Johnson, so I hope Jackson's going to have a good day today. And Fairview has an anniversary for John and Kathy Smith, so I hope they'll have a good day. And we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day. Looks like it's going to be pretty, but a little bit chilly.
Yeah, you better wrap up today for sure.
Yeah, it's wintertime. That's okay. And I don't have any announcements that I know of, so it's just quiet and calm over here and looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one, Jim.
Thanks, Sue. You too, and I will check back in with you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Cheryl, I've been talking to Tommy and David, the outside salesmen at Henson Building Materials in Forest City. They're going to help us navigate through our remodeling project.
Well, I know they have tons of experience, so we'll be in good hands.
Good hands is right. Even professional builders shop there because they trust the quality products and service.
And did you know they have a great relationship with our community, too? Oh, they're so nice.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
This morning on My Great America with Jim and Butch, we'll have a special guest with us. District Director for Congressman Madison Cawthorn is Hal Weatherman, former two-term Chief of Staff to Lieutenant Governor Dan Forrest, and longtime Chief of Staff to former U.S. Representative Sue Myrick. And he will be our guest this morning for our program, so hope you'll join us for that My Great America with Jim and Butch at 9:05 this morning. We'll go right into that program. And we hope you will pass the word that this program's on, pointing out positive things and ways to continue building on our great America. We're attempting to try to get in touch with the good folks over at Drop-In Family Mart in Bostic on this cold morning. Perhaps they got some hot breakfast cooking over there, hot biscuits maybe and some gravy. And we'll see. We'll let it ring a ding a few more times. If not, we'll move on to cover other category. They always busy in the mornings, and if you want to call your breakfast order in, you can do that, and they'll get it fixed up, and you can pick it up on your way to work. And you might want to take an extra biscuit for those folks who you forgot about, and you did something nice for you. Take them an extra biscuit of sausage in it, or biscuit and gravy, or whatever you'd like to do for them. Make them feel good. Yeah. All right. 22 minutes before 8 o'clock. Todd, we'll move on to the next caller, please. Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. Looks like the wind's going to be blowing about every day this week. Looks like that wind is going to be a factor. Today, for instance, wind chill value as low as 26. It says light wind, but that wind chill is going to be something else. We're going up to Shingle Hollow now. Tina White, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
You warm this morning?
I am warm. Yes, I'm warm. A little sad this morning. My sympathies go out to the Harden family.
Yes.
That's shocked this morning. But up here in Shingle Hollow, it is 25 degrees on the front porch, and there's not been any calls to the fire department in the past 24 hours. Let me pull my little... Pilgrim's Way is having a blood drive, and they want to invite everybody to come out or call and sign up. And I've got a sheet right here, but I thought I would keep it on. If they're printing it, I'll just read it from my phone, and now I'm having trouble finding it. Here it is. The blood drive at Pilgrim's Way Baptist Church is in their fellowship hall there on Hamilton Road, Saturday, January 15th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. All blood types are needed, and if you would like to sign up and schedule a time, you can call Ginger Turner at 828-429-9326. And I said no birthdays or anniversaries today, so we're all quiet.
Okay. You don't have to get out in this cold Wednesday, do you?
No. I'm going to go outside for a few minutes and feed our little pets that are outside and then probably come back in.
Good. Well, enjoy your day. Have a good one, and we'll check back in with you in Shingle Hollow tomorrow.
Okay. So everybody stay safe.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And we'll check over Union Mills coming up next.
Another season has come and gone, and you're still looking at that same sad-looking sofa or recliner. Well, now's the time to change the inside of your home to look as pretty as colors outside. And the perfect place to start is the Recliner Center. Right now at the Recliner Center, everything is 20% off. That's 20% off sofas, recliners, sofa recliners. If someone you love is having trouble standing, the Recliner Center has all lift chairs on sale for 10% off. All lift chairs, 10% off. Now, some of these chairs can take you from a standing position, then safely back down to a sitting position with no effort on your part whatsoever. Angela is cleaning out merchandise to make room for more. So now's your chance to redecorate your home and take advantage of the great savings at the Recliner Center. All lift chairs, 10% off. Everything else is 20% off. Angela is seeing folks by appointment only, so call 828-395-3562. Call her today. The Recliner Center. They're on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton.
Law enforcement, fire, and EMS crews are on the scene of a crash near the Cleveland-Rutherford County line. As of last night, we'll have more on that. No other details are available at this time. But we'll update those stories as they become available to us. Right now, we're moving on around and going up to Shingle. No, we've been to Shingle Hall. We're going to Union Mills next. Brenda Kelly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this terrific cold Tuesday morning?
Glad I'm inside this morning.
I'm telling you, I'm glad I'm inside too. I got a nice fire going. The dogs is all happy, so everything's good.
Yeah, that's right. As long as the dogs are happy, we're good, right?
That's exactly right. Got to keep them happy. I was sorry to hear about that terrible accident with the Horton family. I just can't imagine something like that happening and it affect all the family.
I know it.
That's terrible. That's terrible. I'll send my Christian love and sympathy out to them, and there'll be a lot of hard, tough days ahead.
Yeah, for a lot of people, not only family but many friends and associates, and worked with them for a long time. They'll be.
Todd said he'd known them ever since his little boys used to play paintball together or something.
Yeah.
I didn't know either one of them that I know of. The names didn't sound familiar, but it's a terrible tragedy. But we hope everybody will have a good day, the best day that they can. I've got 22 degrees on the front porch. It's very cold. I don't have any birthdays, any anniversaries, but in ways of announcements, we got breakfast at the Gilchrist School Community Center Saturday, January the 8th, from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., and the cost is adults $7, kids 7 to 12 $3, and kids 6 and under eat for free. And other than that, I don't have nothing. It's just cold. Everybody stay warm.
All right. We got my double layers on this morning, trying to stay warm.
It's time to have them on, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Well, you enjoy your day up there, and I will see you back here tomorrow.
Okay, catch you later.
Thanks. Bye. And we're going next over to Ellenboro and get a report from Luther Gilligan. Remind you that be thinking about it. Well, just a few moments, we'll open the phone lines for having birthdays and anniversaries for this 4th day of January, already into the first week, about midway through the first week. And goodness, got a lot of things coming up. We got the 17th, I believe we have Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and we got Abe Lincoln's birthday and President's Day over there. We got Valentine's Day coming up. It's going to be a busy first quarter. We want you to be involved with as much of it as possibly can. Anything we can involve you with, we sort of want to do that for this 2022 year. We want it to be a more positive year. So far, it's starting off not too positive, but hopefully we'll get over it. Now let's go talk with Luther Gilligan, see what's been happening over there. Luther, good morning.
Good morning to you two. Hope you're having a good day.
So far, so good. How about you?
So far, so good. Having a good time down here.
Good.
Don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having a good time at it.
As long as you can enjoy it.
But it's quiet down here. There's one not a whole lot happening right now. And there was excitement down going on last night. See, yesterday in the fire department, they had one possible structure for it, but got to find out it was some kind of mini bike they'd set on, cranked in the bathroom. It blew up, got the burning. Should have got a water hose, put it out for the fire truck got there. Just the seat was melting time the fire truck got there. But it wasn't a whole lot. Saved it. Didn't catch the ice before it come close, but they were lucky on that. Then he went down last night and helped Cliffside set up landing zone, transport one to Spartanburg. But other than that, they're quiet this morning. Nothing going on with them. Just not a whole lot going on down here anywhere. Everybody just getting their gas and heading on out to work again. So you have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Keep us posted, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll take care now.
Bye. Well, it's time for birthdays and anniversaries for this 4th day of January. If you'd love to celebrate with you, we'd love to. Call us at 287-3356. We'll do birthdays and anniversaries for you today and see who is getting a year older and staying married a year longer. Birthdays and anniversaries coming up next. Meanwhile, you can get over to Granny B's this morning for breakfast. They do breakfast every morning now, 7 to 11. And, boy, it's really good. Breakfast, folks are saying what a good breakfast it is. So why don't you try it this morning? Go inside where it's nice and warm, get you a hot cup of coffee, maybe a breakfast with some biscuits, or they'll cook it the way you want it cooked. And it'll be fun to have breakfast right here with your good neighbors and friends who do a great job with delicious daylight donuts and delicious pizza throughout the day and those sub sandwiches. My goodness. They do it all, and they do it well. Enjoy it today. Granny B's right next door to the Shake Shop in Spindale. Birthdays include Louis Braille. He invented the system of reading for the blind. He was born in 1809. 1930, Don Shore, Hall of Fame coach, died in 2020. Other events include Samuel Colt sold his first revolver to the U.S. government in 1847. 1863, four-wheel roller skates patented by James Plimpton. 1887, Thomas Stevens first ran the bicycle around the world. 1935, Bob Colt. This is also National Missouri National Spaghetti National Cake. Now you're up to date with this day of history of WCAB.
A little girl from a very poor home was taken to a hospital. While in the hospital, people came by to sing Christmas carols and tell the good news about the Savior that was born. This was the first time the little girl had ever heard the Christmas story and why Jesus had come into the world. She accepted him with the simple faith of a little child. Her heart was filled with joy and a new peace. The thought of going back to her humble home did not seem to dampen the little girl's spirits. She said to one of the nurses, "I will be taking Jesus with me." The nurse acknowledged that she understood what the girl was talking about. The little girl responded, "Oh, you know him too?" "Yes," said the nurse. The little girl had a puzzled look on her face. "Well, you don't look like you know him." The nurse was curious. "Well, how did I look?" "Well, I thought if you knew him, you wouldn't look so glum. I thought you would look glad," the little girl commented. The child left the hospital, but the nurse could not forget the brief encounter she had with the little girl who had been touched by the Christmas story. Neither could she forget the simple honesty of the child that reminded her that if Jesus had truly touched her heart, then the message needed to reach her face. This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for these programs are available in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS. Why not consider a book as a gift for a friend?
I apologize. I was told I didn't turn the music down. First of all, I couldn't find the music. It was sort of flipped over here some way. Something happened in the board. And then I kept it turned up, and you couldn't hear what I was saying. So I apologize for that. But we're going to move right along. Anyway, it's 9:50.